It wasn't easy.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Come on. Six the Eagles.
First carry here for Ken Walker. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. These two teams, they met up in Seattle earlier in the year with the Seahawks coming away victorious. So a win here in Santa Clara would give them the season series. From the 31, here's second down and 8. They'll look to throw. He completes this to Walker. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up third down. You look at this Niner defense. They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Seattle.
Here we go. Set. Go.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Ready. Red. Look at my team. Ready.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
And the Seahawks, first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And Jackson Smith-Njigba, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 26. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 24 yards the game there. Another first down as well. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Purdy now to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Watkins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Here's Purdy. Got an open man. It's Schwartz. And the 49ers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
That's another 49er first down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. McCaffrey. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Get set, get set. I need team. Yeah, you. Yellow.
Now Purdy. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down and 6. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now he's going to step up and run. His throw incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage. You look at this Niner defense. They come into play number 12 in the NFL against the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
These two teams all tied after one. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And down he'll go at the 25. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Niners are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Back to throw, Purdy. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Yeah, to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And here's Brad Robbins now. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at about the 14. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Out right to Smith-Njigba. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
That's good for a Seahawks. First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now he'll tuck this and run. Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalposts here. 1st and 10.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. Throwing here, Purdy. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Watch out! Yellow. Yellow.
Purdy looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this out past the 25. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Yellow. Yellow.
Purdy. He finds his man complete. That's Watkins. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Yellow. Get set. Get set.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Yellow. Outside. 22.
They'll look to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Yellow. 18. Watch out. Yellow.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Yellow. Yellow. 18. Watch out. Yellow. Yellow. Yellow.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Seahawks will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Torrey Horton, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, you're almost in field goal position.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10.
Yellow. Watch out! Yellow. Stop.
Back to throw. Purdy. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Watch out! Yellow.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. And the Seahawks are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Jalen Thompson picks it, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And some room to maneuver. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the 49ers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving. He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He'll drop to throw. That'll be caught. It's caught. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 42-yard line.
Now back to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Michael Williams. He's the one who runs him down, and my goodness, that is just a disastrous loss for this offense. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. But Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down. Now here's Michael Dixon, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded just inside the 30. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field. But he's taken down inside the red zone past the Seattle 15. A big play there for the Niners. 44 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Outside. 18. What's up? Here we go. Still up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Purdy. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
18. What's up? Still up.
Now on 3rd and long, throw. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. Fourth down try. Here's Purdy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Ready.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Walker. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taken in at the 22. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
On 2nd and 10, Purdy. He's going to have to hook up to Schwartz. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Purdy going to give it to Garindo. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Purdy now to throw. Open man, here's Schwartz, complete. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Anthony Schwartz 39 yards. And the Niners have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. Extra point safely through. And the lead is now 21-14.
Niners 21. Seahawks 14.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Over mail, he's got his tight end, Elijah Arroyo. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
At the 38-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker, 38 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. 101 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Go ahead.
Here's Purdy. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Get set. 18, watch out.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Devin Witherspoon takes him down defensively.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage. But you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Outside. 18, watch out.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Get set, get set. 18!
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And room there to work it inside the 25.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
18!
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Get set, get set. 18! Yellow. Yellow.
Here's Purdy.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes a correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. He completes this to Walker. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first. And they are knocking on the door. Field goal range now.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Ready.
This is 1st and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Clock at 36 seconds. Here's 2nd down.
Ready. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. They'll get this one to Cup complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10.
They'll set up a throw.
On the slant, here's Smith and Jigba.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Well, the faithful in full roar here in Santa Clara. This is 3rd down. Right side, he finds his receiver, Horton. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And they'll be celebrating in Pioneer.